Hello everybody, welcome to Cars at 100. Today we are at XS Leasing Company located in Brooklyn, New York. I'm gonna put all the information in the description box if you want to find out more information about this company. And on today's review we have a 2017 Infiniti QX50. It's very interesting car because it has a very good 3.7 liter engine that was available in the sedans in the past. And let's hop inside, let's not wait any longer. In order to enter this vehicle, guys, you have this key fob by Infiniti. They call it intelligent key. You can just keep it in your pocket, you can lock it, unlock the vehicle. There is no sensor behind this handle, and you can see you can enter the vehicle. And as you can see here, very interesting door cards on this vehicle, very good stitching all around, very nice quality. Even though this is plastic, but it still feels so good, so nice. Soft touch materials on top. You have a very good memory sitting here as well. You have an automatic up and down for the front passengers only, which is kind of a downer, I think, because this car competes with other vehicles who already are in a top tier of luxury. So that's the only thing that I think is missing also here. And look at these seats, very comfortable, very supportive seats, very good bolstering. I wish there was a little bit more bolstering on top. I feel like this car is a little bit sporty with that engine, and I think it's needing this. And very good design on the seats as well. Overall, I think it's a very good looking vehicle, a very good steering wheel, which I'm gonna go over soon. And let's hop inside. So as you can see here in this interior, we have this very good looking steering wheel by Infiniti. This is a very nice steering wheel. I remember having this steering wheel in my Infiniti Q40, which was very comfortable to hold on. You have a very good bolstering on this vehicle, which implies the sporty nature of this car, which is kind of a cool and very nice to feel and drive with this steering wheel. I really appreciate Infiniti having the steering wheel. I kind of didn't like when they changed it to Q50 steering wheel, and then when they changed it to better Q50 steering wheel, I started to appreciate Q50 a little bit better. But this one is something that is very intuitive. At the same time, you have the buttons here for the entertainment, the basically volume knob and volume buttons, and also you have the option here to change the seek the track or change the radio station. Very good in terms of the source button. You have it here as well. You have the cruise control options here as well on the right of the steering wheel. You have the on-off button for the cruise control as well. You have a Bluetooth on the lower section on the lower left here of the for the Bluetooth, for the phone for the phone integration, I mean. And I think it's really good. Everything feels nice in this car. You have the options to manipulate the outside mirrors as well. You have the lock unlock for the doors, for the mirror, for the windows as well. You have the memory seats here for the door as well, for the seat as well, which is really comfortable. You have very good looking vents here. This car has a certain design elements that are very interesting for this type of vehicle. This car feels sporty, but at the same time it feels kind of a luxury vehicle. I wouldn't say that this car looks inside as a crossover. The only elements that you can see for the crossover is being this handle here, and very interestingly, you have only on one side that handle. You don't have that handle on the left side of the door, which is really interesting and kind of a afterthought if you ask me. And I wish they had the same handle for the driver's side as well. But overall, this car feels really nice. Very good materials all around. Not everything is wrapped in leather, but You have the options for the heated seats. You don't have cooled seats in this car. You have a snow mode for the all-wheel drive system. You have a very good automatic transmission in this car, very strong, very powerful. They're almost bulletproof transmissions in these cars, and very good cars, because I remember these cars being very abused back in the day by, you know, some younger generation who used to own these cars, and these cars will last. This is the one thing that you know, these cars really are good for. Infiniti as a Japanese brand is really one of those top vehicles that really speak for the reliability, and I appreciate that. Also, you have here the infotainment options here as well. You have the knobs, like everybody likes them. You know, some companies still you know, including the touch screens, and even Q50 has the lower section of the infotainment having two screens being touch screen as well, but this one keeps the old school way of having the knobs here for the climate control, which is dual climate control as well. You have start stop options for the car, and let's not wait any longer and start this car. And as you can hear, the roar of this engine is a 3.7 liter engine that this car comes with, and it's one of the best features of this car. And with 328 horsepower, with 3.7 liters under the hood, this car having the naturally aspirated power speaks business. And you know, it does that old school wobble when you push the throttle. It's really cool. So overall, I think this vehicle is really good all around, and it's a very good visibility as well, as you can see in the back seats. We're gonna jump in those in quite a bit. Okay, as you can see, guys, I'm sitting in the driver's seat of this Infiniti QX50. This is a 2017 car, and it's a really nice car. It's a somewhat a very interesting crossover. Why? Because this car has a very good engine under the hood. It's 3.7 liters, 328 horsepower engine that has a lot of power and push. Even the throttle of the gas pedal is very sensitive, and you don't have to put a lot of effort to drive this car. It's very, very comfortable. You sit in these seats, they're very supportive, they hug you well in the top section, but I wish they were a little bit more bolstering on top. But this is not a performance vehicle after all, even though it has a performance engine just like Infiniti G37s and Q40s in the past used to have. And this steering wheel, speaking about the steering wheel, it is very comfortable steering wheel. Everything is in reach of your fingers, everything is comfortable in terms of the reach. But sometimes I felt when I was driving this car that this turn signal and windshield wipers are a little bit further from the steering wheel, but I think it's because of the having the mounted paddle shifters on this car that come with some of the Infiniti vehicles with this steering wheel and with this steering wheel rack here, and I think that's why it is a little bit further down, but you're gonna get used to it. It's not of a big deal as you might think. I also like this speedometer and tachometer in front of me. Infiniti always has included this theme of a purple line that goes around the speedo and tach. Also, you have it in infotainment system, having a theme of a very purpley type of look, but it's not like a it's in your face type of purple. It's really good looking, and it's one of the niche things that Infiniti does. And I think one of the good looking things that any other vehicle can have also in terms of the you know, some type of light. In GLI, for example, in my Volkswagen, I have a red line, which is like a red feature of the car that you have it in a grille as well. Infiniti has a purple line, so it's their thing, and which is really cool as well. You have a very good section here for the you know, in climate control here, options in terms of the climate control. This car base comes with all the options, and this car is very cheap. If you're thinking about leasing this car, you can lease this car under 300 or even 320 or $300 a month. This is a very competitive vehicle. I reviewed recently RDX by Acura, which competes with this car, but this car offers so much more. This car offers powerful engine. This car offers very good ergonomics. This car offers a lot of space, and this car offers that old school type of feel and reliability that Infinitis are known for, and these engines are known for, including with this transmission. So that's a big plus for this vehicle. So overall, very good quality in this Infiniti, and I like it.
Be my lover, honey. I don't need another one. Can you come a little closer? Someday we'll sleep until the cover. Drive my car, it's game time. How me like you do, how me like you do. Make me high, I can't deny. I'm in love with you.
Okay, as you can see, right now I'm sitting behind the driver's seat, on the back seat of this car, and it's a very comfortable place to be. Very good seats, very comfortable feeling, very nice quality on this leather. It feels very luxurious. This seat is very much further back, so I don't have that much of a legroom, but I'm sitting comfortably here. But if I sit straight, I don't have that much of a headroom, but it's enough for my 6 feet. I have a little bit space left on top of my head, so that's really good for being a 6 feet tall. This car is really good in the back seats, but design implies that this car should be good inside, because it's not really that coupe like a design. At the same time, it's really good. Overall, the quality everywhere is nice. I wish this headliner was a different color, the color of the interior. That was the same kind of feeling I had when I had the Infiniti Q40. I didn't really like having two different colors for the interior, white on top and having a darker interior on the bottom. So that's one thing I would change. Also, I like these cutouts in the seats here that imply that you have more leg room, which is really cool, really nice. You have a middle section here that you can drop down with the cup holders as well, which is very comfortable for the longer trips. And I think people in the back seats are gonna be as comfortable as people in front, so that's really good, really nice. Okay, now let's check out what's the trunk space like in this car. And even though you don't have an automatic trunk, you have a very good looking trunk, very high quality everything. This car feels like inside, in front as well, good, and in terms of quality as in the trunk as well, very nice. You can drop down seats here by pressing these buttons on the each side, and it's very comfortable that you can drop down these seats and you have so much space in this car. You have also optional first aid kit in this car. You have a manual here as well for the car, but you have very good rubbery material for the trunk space. If you spill anything, it's really good. You have a spare tire under this, and overall really good. You have a Bose subwoofer here in the middle of the spare tire as well. Overall, very good trunk space. And as you can see here, this is that 3.7 V6 power plant, massive power plant in this car. It produces very good 328 horsepower with 17 miles per gallon in the city and 24 on the highway. But don't be surprised, because this car is heavy at the same time and has a huge engine, so mile per gallon is a little bit on the low side, but still you get very good reliability for these cars, and that's really nice. I hope you like this review of the Infiniti 2017 QX50. If you like this review, leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you like our content, and follow us on the Instagram as well at Cars at 100. See you next time.